I ranked 5 rules for power by how far back they reach, 3,000 years of history behind them. And the man who wrote them down calls his own laws amoral. In 1998, Robert Greene published the 48 Laws of Power. It has sold over 1.2 million copies in the US and been translated into 24 languages. Here's why that matters. These are social mechanisms, how power actually moves between people. Play them or defend against them, they run on you either way. We'll draw our own diagrams in our own words. Law 1: never outshine the master. The claim is blunt. People in power are insecure, and they lash out when a subordinate makes them feel small. Watch the mechanism. When you show off talent above your boss, they don't read it as skill. They read it as a threat to their standing. Greene's proof is France, 1661. Finance Minister Nicolas Fouquet threw a dazzling party at his palace, Vaux-le-Vicomte, on August 17th, hosting the young Louis XIV in rooms grander than the king's own. Bad move. Weeks later, on September 5th, the musketeer D'Artagnan arrested him. Fouquet spent his last 20 years in prison. Picture a seesaw. The subordinate rises. The master feels himself sink. The master shoves back to level it. That's the status threat loop, and it fires before anyone says a word. But if raw talent is the danger, why do some people chase the spotlight on purpose? Law 6: court attention at all cost. If Fouquet was destroyed by visibility, this law says visibility is the whole game. The claim flips your instinct. Appearance isn't a side effect of power. It is power. Here's the mechanism. Attention behaves like money that compounds. The more eyes on you, the more people assume you must matter, which draws more eyes still. And the surprising part, even bad attention pays. A scandal keeps you in view, and being seen reads as being legitimate. Greene's example is the showman P.T. Barnum, who manufactured spectacle for a living. Barnum understood that a crowd doesn't stop to check whether you earn the fuss. Standing in the light is its own proof. So he engineered the lights. Think of a snowball rolling downhill, each turn gathering more snow and more speed. That's attention as currency. But being seen isn't the same as being respected. So what actually makes people obey? Law 5: guard your reputation. It's the cornerstone of everything else. The claim is that a reputation once built does your fighting for you. The mechanism is anticipation. People act on what they expect you'll do, not on what you're doing right now. So your name arrives in the room before you do and decides the outcome in advance. The classic example is the Chinese general Zhuge Liang, facing a large enemy army with a nearly empty city behind him. Instead of running, he flung the gates open and sat calmly playing music in plain view. The rival commander knew Liang's reputation for deadly traps. He saw the open gates, assumed an ambush, and pulled his whole army back. Not one arrow was fired. Draw it as a signal beaming out ahead of you. The opponent reads the signal, runs the odds, and folds before contact. Reputation predecided his move. Which raises the uncomfortable question this book keeps dodging. Here's the honest caveat. Greene calls these laws amoral on purpose. He says he's describing how the world works, not telling you to work it. And that reframe is the whole payoff. The most useful way to read them is defensively. Not a playbook to run on others, a pattern you can spot being run on you. Feel a boss punishing your best work. That's the status threat loop. Career coaches suggest Law 1's own remedy. Route the credit upward so the win feels like your boss's. The trade-off is real. Your name may go unmentioned, and it backfires with a secure manager. Reviewers add, read the book's critics beside it since the examples are cherry-picked. And Greene's later work, including the 50th Law with 50 Cent, deliberately softens the coldness the original left out. 5 laws, 3,000 years, 0 built-in morals. The morality is yours to supply. Now that you can see the mechanisms, start spotting them in the wild. The next meeting, the next headline, the next viral feud. This is information, not career or financial advice. Do your own research.